Today I went to work at 9 o'clock. It was pretty good. I sort of wrapped up like 2 minutes late, but it was okay, it's only 2 minutes. My boss doesn't mind, plus he's in Canberra, and I guess the second in charge, he didn't mind because I volunteered. But anyway, I went to work. I had my carer there for the whole day of work. So actually I done no work today because I had my carer there, and I just didn't do any work today. So I just greeted customers and done all stuff like that. But after work I had an appointment with Wadia, and I'm now a student. I'm studying God, I hate my face. Look at all my pimples that have popped and picked that. Anyway, that's completely off topic. Anyway, I am now a student. I am studying Certificate 3 in Retail. It's gone good so far. I've done 5% out of 7, which I have to do by the 21st of October. Is it October? I think it's October. Yeah, it's October. So and it's the 14th now, and I've done 5% out of 7, so I'm way in front of what I should be at. I just hope I've done the questions correctly and answered them correctly. I went to Blue Lake City Motorcycles and picked up my front fairing, so it's matte black now. I went to Highland Fox and I paid them the money so they can start to wrap my bike, which is awesome. Of course, they're not going to wrap it this week. They're going to wrap it next Monday. It's not a while, but I don't know, 21st of October, I think. It's not too bad, could be worse, I guess. Could be 22nd of October. I also picked up my 10mm, my 8mm sockets I ordered for my bike, which is good. I also picked up R2D2 parts. I've done a lot of deliveries and pickups and stuff. I also bought from Cheapest Chips my own toolbox and toolkit for $50. So that's good, I don't have to borrow my dad's all the time. I probably still will, but if I lose his parts I can replace them with mine. Other than studying, and I studied at Copenhagen and had a cup of tea, that was good. But the most interesting thing that happened today was my stalker. He has my phone number and stuff, and I've blocked him on Snapchat. I've now blocked him on my phone. I hope I don't have to change my phone number. My stalker. I went to Potter's Point. I'm sorry. I was just, it was night time, just looking at the lights in Mount Gambier. It's quite pretty. Anyway, there was a Commodore behind me, and I could see there was a Commodore behind me. Anyway, I started getting messages from my stalker, and it was just a coincidence because it was like, where are you? What are you doing? And at Potter's Point, there's always B-platers and young kids hanging out. Or relatively young kids, anyway. This guy's pretty young. Yeah, guy, by the way. Anyway, he kept asking me, like, where am I? What are you doing? Let's go out for coffee. Shit like that, I was just avoiding it, saying, no, I'm not. I'm a student now, I'm busy, I'm playing by my motorbike, shit like that. Anyway, I left Potter's Point, and, I left Potter's Point, and eventually the same Commodore, I looked at the license plate, was behind me at the lights. It might just be a coincidence. Anyway, went through a couple of intersections and he was still behind me. And I thought, I bet you my stalker's in that car with someone else, because I was pretty sure I saw Sheila in that car. It could have been a coincidence. All this could have been a coincidence. That he was texting me. But I don't think so, because what happened is I was going down the main drag, and he knew I was heading to my mum's house, because I said, I'm just going to my mum's house to sleep, I don't want to go out. You know, I don't want to see her, I don't want to go out, I want a coffee. So anyway, which, by the way, I told him if he did want to catch up, I'd be at Metro usually 8, 9. So hopefully he doesn't turn up at Metro 8 or 9. Anyway, so I was going down to my mum's house, and I thought the Commodore was still behind me, but it's keeping its distance. Could be a coincidence. Anyway, I put my left indicator on. I probably shouldn't have indicated, but put my left on and quickly chucked the left. And I did lose them. They sort of went past me. Anyway, so then I chucked a Yui to come back onto the road that I had to go on. And magically, this Commodore chucked the Yui with its lights off, so they didn't know it was me. I swear to God that was the case. Yeah, and the lights were turned off, and I saw him park with the lights off and everything. So maybe they missed the house, which I really doubt it, but it was really conspicuous because the car was still driving with no lights on at dark time. Anyway, I went back on the road, went forward, and then this car chucked another Yui with its lights, I think, off, and started following me again. And then eventually it turned its lights on. So I don't know if it was him or not. I hope it wasn't. It's just getting bad now if he's actually stalking me like that. We'll see if he bloody gets another phone and messages me. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, so we're going down the main drag, and I'm pretty okay. I kept looking back like this, you know. I could see him. And eventually they turned the lights off again and parked the car. I just found it really suspicious. I don't know. Anyway, they didn't see where I live, but I don't know. It's pretty suspicious. It's not too hard to track me down. I have a very recognisable motorbike, and no one watches these, thank God. But if they do, they could probably track me down. I don't really care though. He's a harmless stalker, I hope. It's a guy anyway, so I'll just ignore him. But it's not scary, but it's definitely awkward and suspicious, and I don't want to see him. So if you're watching this, piss off. Stop stalking me. I don't want to see you. And I blocked you on everything I think I blocked you on. So don't text me, and don't text me with another number, because I'm not interested. Anyway. So yeah, today was interesting, till tonight was interesting, very suspicious. Anyway, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna go to sleep, sorry. Watch a movie in bed. Yeah, that's about it. Back to my normal life, gotta go to work tomorrow. Actually, it's Tuesday, I gotta go to work anyway, but I've gotta work all week this week. Anyway.